Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 111 of the 100 Bebe Challenge. So we are starting things off very differently. Right now you guys are seeing DJ being aged up, and that's because I have a surprise for you guys. We are in fact moving to a new town, and I'm not going to tell you where until we get there just to build up that suspense. But in order for us to move, DJ has to be aged up into a child to be allowed to travel. So that's why I'm starting off, with the speed through. That way we can get through all the potty training, the learning how to talk and walk, and just kind of jump right into the new town and start having our next founder continuing on this challenge. So with the new town, it's pretty much given that we are going to have a brand new spanking house to live in. If you guys watched the speed build I released last week, it's pretty much the house we are moving our Sims into. It's a whole new theme, a whole new look. I'm very excited to start playing in that house because, for so many parts we've been living in a very modernized home. So this time we are going for a country style, if not a traditional style house. I try to make it as country as possible, but I think I might have completely failed. And there's not at all modernized except for the all-in-one bathrooms and the hover bed. Oh, and the replicator, but that is pretty much it. Everything else is very different to what we've been living in, and I just really wanted to change a whole new scene. So for those of you who don't understand why we're moving to a new town, I will explain to you very quickly. Bridgeport is known to lag out your game. Even if you don't really have a lag issue, it will lag a little bit, but for those who already have lag issues, Bridgeport is just gonna make it so much worse, and I did not consider that when we first moved into the city. So for us to move into a smaller town, I'm hoping that it will help reduce the lag and make the gameplay a lot smoother and just make it really easy for you guys to enjoy and watch it when I do upload it, because there are so many times where it just didn't make sense to how our Sims were moving. But DJ is finally aged up. He gained the trait hot-headed. Oh, all these bad traits. So finally, one step closer to getting into our new town. Right now you guys are watching me just putting away all our valuables, all our expensive appliances and electronics into our family inventory, especially the tombstones. We definitely cannot leave those behind like we did with our first dog, Cash. That was a big mistake. And if you guys don't know that we had a dog, that's because my retarded butt forgot to put his tombstone in the family inventory before we moved. And also, I think you guys will start seeing right now where I'm just slowly demolishing and selling all our furnitures, all our decors, because technically we are traveling, so the game thinks that we are taking a vacation, and when we get to our new town, I will use the travelers mod to change hometown, and basically everything that we invested in this house will not be brought with us to our new house. And of course we cannot afford a new house with only 20,000 simoleons. I think the new house costs about 114,000 without all the electronics and appliance, because I will recycle the ones we already have. And after selling all of our belongings, we still cannot afford the new house, so I went into our lifetime rewards to purchase the inheritance twice. I double checked the rules. There weren't anything against it, so I'm not violating anything. We could purchase inheritance. I only did it just so we can afford the new house and we won't have like a significant amount left over, so it shouldn't be too bad. So right now Essa is finally making that phone call to hit travel, and we're gonna change hometown. So with all that speed clip out of the way, we are finally here in Hidden Springs, a town I don't play too often, but I did read on some forums people were saying that this town isn't big enough to cause that much of a lag, nor is it too small that it'll be too boring, but I will be adding in a little more community lots when I have the chance to edit the town. Now, if you guys watch the speed build for this house, you pretty much know what the arrangement looks like, what the furnishing looks like, but I did change up some stuff, or at least a lot of the stuff around to better accommodate our household fund, because we technically couldn't really afford it with all the original furnishings. So I did take some stuff out, change some stuff out, and kind of recycle some of our old appliances, but I'm pretty sure you guys are very excited to see what it looks like if you haven't watched the speed build. So let's jump right in and do a quick tour. Oh, just FYI, I did reset the town. That would kind of explain why all of our Sims are just standing in one area. So the living room, the first floor, not the living room, the first floor is pretty much self-explanatory. We have our nursery, which is a lot bigger than our last place, and it is a little boring since I couldn't afford a lot of the decorations. And then we have our bathroom, and I finally figured out why these all-in-one bathroom disappeared in the first place. It was a little minor setback I had, but I got it working and they're back. I sold our old ones to afford these new ones, which kind of went over our limit just a little bit. And then we have sort of like a little chill area in front of the staircase. I didn't know what to do with this empty spot, so I added in a bookshelf and two little lounge chairs. And then we have this room, which is pretty much our Nana's room, grandma, or whatever you like to call her, or it can work as a guest room for some of our kids to build up their energy a little quicker. And we have a really spacious dining room now. Our last place was a little cramped. Some of our Sims would get stuck. And then you guys might recognize these little display cases of our insect collection. And then I did change up the kitchen just a little bit. Added in a new, a new fridge. Ooh, lost for words. And then I used our old replicator, change up the colors to better match our kitchen. And we have our living room, which is definitely a lot more spacious and a lot more chairs to sit on. And we have a fireplace, which I never really put in. I was always afraid a fire might start, but I don't think our Sims are going to be using it too much. It's really there just for decor. And we have these nice looking bookshelves. As you can see, it does look very traditional. Doesn't really give you that modernized look that we had for I don't know how many past houses we had lived in. And I will be changing these countertop tiles to a little darker color, because when we get the full moon, it gets really bright and it just kind of annoys me. And then for the first time in history, we have a basement. Yes, a basement, pretty much a chill area. I added in our old mixed potion station, and then our old bone Hilda, and our old easel. I will be taking this out because this room was specifically created for any Sims that might get the technophobe trait, and this kind of defeats the whole purpose because they want to try and avoid all electronics. So I will be finding a new spot for our little computer table. Alright, and our little backyard maze that does lead to our previous founders, Greystone, Nami, and Annabelle. I don't know, I just felt like adding this in. This was completely random. But we do have a pretty big backyard that we can add on, little activity area, or whatchamacallit. Alright, let's go ahead and go to our second floor, which is really self-explanatory. We got all the bedrooms, the girls, the boys, and our main founder's room. So I know the hallways are a little boring, and we have a missing tile. As you can see, I didn't really check all the way through before starting this recording. But anywho's, really not much to explain. So voila, here we are having our new home to live in. I'm very excited. Alright, so basically, when we left off in our old town, a lot of our Sims did get on the honor roll except for Vince. I don't know why, but as for the rest of our kids, they're pretty much on the honor roll, and Vince is technically one more school day away from being on the honor roll, so I'm gonna ignore that he only has a C. As for everyone else, we will be aging up. They will all be young adults, and we will be moving all our young adults out of the house except for our next founder. And based on the poll I had up, we have a tie for Riley, Sarah, and Yasmin. So I don't know what to say. Alright, let's just kind of get everyone moving about. But technically the rule states that the last born female is the founder, but I really don't want to use another blonde as our founder. But since we have a tie, I will just fall back on the rules and use those rules instead. So Yasmin will be our next founder, even though I was leaning towards more on Sarah. Oh well. Alright, so Essa here is just cooking up some lunch for our kids in case they are hungry, which they are not, because when I reset the town, all their moods got reset, so that sucks a little bit. Who is that? Oh, it's a celebrity. I don't know who it is, but on the bright side of moving to a new town, we do have all new candidates for our, any potential victims that we can choose to be our next baby daddy. Alright, let's go ahead and store our peanut butter and jelly. Everyone is just so excited to live in this new house. They're all checking out new objects. And bam, we have a lot of simoleons. So Essa's royalty came in and we are no longer poor. Congratulations, Essa has earned enough royalties to complete the Speed Writer Skill Challenge. Huh, interesting. Oh, I think Essa feels a little sick and she wants to hire an executive butler. Oh, interesting. I'm just so excited to live in a new house and just enjoy this new scenery. Like, I can tell already the lag isn't as bad. I don't know if you guys can tell, but even just changing my camera view, things are looking a little better. Alright, but with all this new simoleons, I probably will add in a little more decor off camera and just to spice up the look and feel of everything. Oh, let's see if Yasmin can set up a dating profile. I think she might. Oh, she's not too young. And she already has a profile. Damn, this girl got a head start. She got a head start. But like I said, I'm gonna ignore that third grade is at C, considering that they should be on the honor roll with an A, except for Vince. Alright, so I went ahead and fixed all the little imperfections. They were just bugging me, and then I changed the countertop, as you can see. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it, but at least it's not so bright anymore. They were just, I don't know, it hurts my eyes. It hurts, so. Alright, you know what, let's just set normal. Why are you stuck? I don't know what's going on, but he's stuck for some reason. Oh, anyways, everyone is still kind of checking out some of the new items. Do what you gotta do. Alright, let's have Essa. Let's get Yasmin off her computer and just come over here. Or better yet, we'll have Essa come to City Hall and register herself as a writer. There we go. So technically, she's not violating any rules. Self-employed. I mean, we could. You know what? Let's have her to retire instead. Let's have her registered as retired and see if she gets anything for that. Because she is old, so she shouldn't be working anymore. But I think Yasmin actually has a really bad relationship with a lot of her family members. She doesn't get along with her brother Wayne, and Essa not so much. So she's kind of an outcast. I think by far she's the only sim that doesn't get along with the founder. And ooh, this thing is glitching. I am a little upset of the fact that we did lose our old bathrooms because, you know, we actually upgraded a lot of the features. We spent a lot of time upgrading. Now that all that is pretty much gone. Alright, so everyone's in sync with the hunger, with the bladder. I really don't like that. I wish kind of, you know, everyone kind of has a different mood, so not all of them has to do the same thing at once. But I will be aging up our kids tomorrow when Vince technically gets on the honor roll. And then we'll have Yasmin go ahead and start hunting for some new victims. Sounds really bad, but that's the point of this game. Alright, instead of letting you guys suffer through all these boring parts of taking care of their needs, and really not much is gonna happen, I'm gonna skip through until tomorrow when we get to age up the kids. Alright, so the kids are home. Time for some aging up, but first, let's pay our bills. The mailman came and surprised us with a rather large bill. So with this new house, of course, things are gonna get a little bit more expensive. I think our bill overall probably raised about 300 from our old payment, so we gotta start saving up and not spend any money. Alright, let's get all of our Sims out here because we are going to age everyone up. Oh, there goes 1,000 something simoleons. Who didn't come home? Oh. Alright, he can actually go ahead and watch some TV and then do his homework. Alright, let me go ahead and turn on my cheats. And of course, we are gonna speed right through all the birthdays. Alright, so I thought I would end that speed clip and show you Yasmin's a little aging up because she is our founder, so we will be checking out what's her new trait as well as picking out her new lifetime wish. But of course, you guys already know what my first choice is. It's going to be surrounded by family. Alright, so since they technically got the honor roll erased out of their lives, that we were not able to choose a trait for them. Alright, so ooh, Yasmin actually looks pretty nice, but I will be giving her a makeover at the end of the video, and we have to choose her trait. So let's go ahead and choose surrounded by family, because that's always the easiest one to accomplish. So since, like I mentioned, the honor roll did not take in effect, they all got pre-chosen traits. Therefore, I'm just going to kind of go through everyone's trait and then have Riley make the call and move all our young adults out of the household except for Yasmin. But as you can see, Riley still looks the same. Nothing really changed about her future. She really looks like Annabelle. That's all I gotta say. But she is brooding, inappropriate, good, eccentric, and artistic. I don't remember which one was her new trait. So, moving on. Here we have Sarah, who looks exactly the same, but more or less look like Annabelle as well. She is a loner, shy, night owl, heavy sleeper, and proper. I think night owl was her new trait. And then here we have Vince, who looks really old for his age. I think, I don't know. Oh, is it not Vince? Oh, wait, that is not Vince. This is the Vince. Yes, there we go. He looks really old for his age, but like I said, all their siblings are not getting along, so they're getting in a fight. No shocker. But he is a slob, a workaholic, a brooding, vehicle enthusiast, eccentric, and vehicle enthusiast was his new trait. So Wayne here, looking pretty handsome, but not really feeling the outfit. A lot of them gets preset with the Into the Future outfit, which is really annoying. But he is hot-headed, loves the outdoors, schmoozer, light sleeper, and a diva. Don't remember what was his trait. And then here we have Cylon looking like he came from China with that outfit. He is a slob, a brave, a genius, heavy sleeper, and a kleptomaniac. Don't remember his new trait as well. And very quickly, let's just kind of zoom in on Yasmin here. Very, very pretty. Really pretty girl. She is a slob, a night owl, good, artistic, and a supernatural skeptic. Wow, this is a really bad line of traits for our next founder, but good. Alright, so we're gonna have Riley call and make a move within this neighborhood. Of course, Essa here is just chilling, chatting with some new lovers, I guess. Alright, so we're moving out Sarah, Wayne, Vince, and Cylon. And we are gonna kick them out to a random lot. So, bye-bye, peeps. So we only have about 3 Sims, which is not bad, and all of their belongings got moved to Essa's inventory. Just great. I'm gonna have to clear out everything. Alright, so after they leave our lot, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the makeover for Yasmin, which means this is pretty much the end for this part. I want to say this part is going to be pretty dang long because I have so many things squeezed into one video. This will be probably the most eventful part in a while, but by the next part we will have Yasmin go hunt some potential victims and have her first set of kids, her first pregnancy, which is really exciting. I'm super duper excited, and I want to say I'm probably gonna upload this part and the next part back to back. Just a little bonus for you guys, because this part there was a lot of cutouts, a lot of speed through, so it wasn't really like a real let's play. Alright, so I want to say everyone is gone, and that just means I'm gonna wrap up this part. Hope you guys really enjoyed this part. It was really fun, and like always, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to comment, rate, or subscribe if you haven't already, because you're not going to regret it. And I will talk to you guys in the next part. Bye everyone. We only had one kid? Wow, that is the first time in so long we only had one baby, guy.